Hello, everybody. Welcome to Targeting Winners, first episode of 2026. Sadly, the college football season is coming to an end. For me, it's coming to a merciful end. So I'm always joined by Darren and Peter. Darren, how you doing up there? Is it warming up any at all?
Yeah, it's above 15. T-shirt weather, because that's what we do up here. I mean, you guys know you're from here originally. Anything over 10, t-shirts mandatory.
Oh, tank top.
But yeah, glad to be here, man. And like you said, we're running out of season. We got a game going on as we're sitting here. We got a game coming up, 4 tomorrow, and then like 3 more playoff games, and then
yeah. As we're recording, it's 3-0 Indiana with 13 minutes left in the second period. So, Peter, from the beach, from Mexico, you're back late. You look like you're hiding from a drug cartel. What's going on?
Yeah.
Everything all right?
That's what I'm doing. Yeah. It's Happy New Year, everyone. Good to be here today. Way late night. Very tired. Haven't been outside. It's beautiful out there, but I'm not going outside. So happy to be here doing this. And my New Year's resolution is to stop with the very bad picks and turn this thing around. So we'll see how that
goes. So wait, I have a question. So you're tired because you made it to midnight?
I didn't get home to almost 5 a.m. So
what? Like 11 o'clock. I was done. Tim, we had a picture of Pete not making it to midnight. That lives in Targeting Winners lore. I did not send that to you, but I thought
I've got it. If I had known you wanted to reference that, I would have.
I did not. I mean, I know he said, "Oh, when do we want to record? The later, the better." And I'm like, Pete can't make it till 12. He's old like we are. What is he doing? But good for you, man. Congratulations, because I was in bed 6 hours before you.
No, never again. Bad idea. Don't do that. We're too old for that. Don't do it.
Yes. 1 star. Do not recommend.
Yes.
All right, well, since we're on the topic, my New Year's resolution, I'm not going to make so many futures bets. I think I got called out a little bit by one of the commenters on the YouTube video saying we didn't bet out any bets. So then I just went nuts. And I think I made like 24 futures bets. That's high. That's a lot. No. So that, and I think I'm going to resolve to not, I think I forced some bets this year. So I'm not going to try to get to 3. If I only see 1 or 2, then I'm only going to make 1 or 2 bets. That's also good for the bankroll. We covered that in bankroll management. Darren, your New Year's resolution.
It's similar to one that I thought I was going to do last year, because apparently I'm a moron. I didn't entirely stick to it. And I thought of this when I bet on Air Force, thinking that they could actually beat Pete's Hawaii Rainbows, even with their poor defense. Yeah, I decided right then and there, you know what? Stop betting on teams that have really, really bad defenses. And what did I do on the last show? 2 of my 3 bets were on teams with shitty defenses. And how'd that work out? USC did not cover the 6.5 and tackled like a bunch of 3rd graders on that game-winning touchdown by TCU. And then I bet on Duke, who I was fortunate to get a push out of that. Also, an absolutely terrible defense. So as usual, I learned nothing, but I'm going to write that down. I just have to stop thinking that teams with bad defenses are going to do good things for my bankroll. So that's mine.
We can see why you bet on Duke. They are the ACC champions, and it just means more.
Obviously, I had the wool pulled over my eyes. I actually thought that they could beat a team that had 19 people in the portal, starting Jeff Sims, valedictorian of Turnover University, and he looked like Joe Montana. So, lucky to get the push out of that, but learned my lesson. I have a pending bet with Georgia tonight. For the most part, they actually play defense, so doesn't mean they'll cover, but if they lose the bet, probably they won't give up 50. But shit, I just jinxed the shit. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry. Actually, we both are playing the 6.5 at Georgia. But yeah, no more teams with crappy defenses.
Well, we are in bowl season. It's winding down, and we did have our Bowl Mania contest. We're going to pull this up. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it. I think we're down to the final 5 here. Darren, run us through it.
Yeah, I know 3 of these people that are competing. There are a couple with 14 as well. But with our leader, our main man, Jeff, with 21.
Lane
There's still
Kiffin Yoga School.
yes, I mean he was destined for greatness in this contest with that entry name. But yeah, like I said, I just put the top 5 in there. Like I said, we got a game pending. We got a game going tonight, 4, and then 3 more playoff games. So less than 10 games to go. I just kind of sent you the top 5 there. So Jeff's in the lead. Jay Williams, I think his name is Jeff also, but wouldn't swear to it. He's hanging in there, 2 games behind Jeff. Parlay Paul, longtime original friend of the show, who texted me a 3-team parlay that he did bet yesterday. And I won't give it away, but he needs Alabama to win the game. So, yeah, he's in there as well. Your boy, Matty Olson, completing another successful fantasy football season from what I've heard.
Last place.
Yeah, well, at least he gets to participate in the first round of the draft this year. And T. Nelson hanging in there with 15. So those people still realistically have a shot, but it looks like it's a battle that Jeff's there as we head into the last few days of games.
We'll have a new champion, Swifty Scott. Not in the
top your FSU hating friend is struggling a little bit this year. And for anybody new to the show and first time in the contest, I am ineligible, so don't feel bad. ESPN, you can't create a group apparently unless you create an entry. So whatever, I'm in. Just ignore that I'm 1. Just drop all those numbers down 1, and that's the actual standard.
It's like win Ben Stein's money, but different.
Exactly. You'll win all 3 of our money, but Tim, you know how it is. We do the show. Sometimes you got to show why you're the people that do the show. So putting all those young whippersnappers in their place, because I believe last year I won this as well, but had to pay because. Whatever. Well, but yeah, I mean, at least I'm doing this, but whatever. Thanks, USC, because you cost me in the pool as well. But I digress. But yeah, a couple Jeffs heading into the home stretch with the best chance to win our money.
All right. Well, good luck to those 2. As we wind down to the end of bowl season, I posted a question to you guys in the text chat. We had Gronk had a bowl, Snoop Dogg had a bowl, Tony the Tiger had a bowl. Is there a person or a celebrity you would like to see have a bowl game? And if so, like what kind of bowl or what household product? We had the Duke's Mayo Bowl. We had a lawnmower bowl. What would you like to see? Have you guys thought of anything or any celebrity?
No, I just kind of don't want the bowls to kind of go away. It seems to be like that's where all this is headed. But I mean, I don't know if you watched any of the Duke Arizona State game yesterday. But who doesn't want to jump in a huge inflatable bowl of Frosted Flakes? I mean, that's one of the best screenshots of bowl season was that Duke receiver doing the backsplash into the Frosted Flakes. I mean, we talk about motivation, but a lot of these bowl games mean something to these kids. And I hope that whatever the NCAA does to screw with the postseason, I hope they leave some of these bowl games because they are fun. Like I said, more often than not, the kids seem excited to play in them. I mean, yesterday in the Duke's Bowl, besides Frosted Flakes, you got a guy ejected for spitting on the ground. You had some other guy ejected for 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties before halftime. So those people in the bowls don't matter camp. You're not watching, man, because these kids like to play. But yeah, I don't have anybody specific. I mean, I would love to have like a targeting winners bowl, but maybe someday.
Oh. So. Well, Pete, do you have one, or should I just go on and give? I just went all out. I had a brainstorm, and I just went with it. I made a graphic. I think this would be like right up there with the Pop-Tarts Bowl and the Frosted Flakes Bowl.
Let's do yours.
So if you're watching on YouTube, again, thanks you. Please like and subscribe. I have the Weird Al Yankovic Tofu Bowl. Perfect. I mean, can you imagine everything you could do? I made up a little thing here, and it's got quality Lost State versus transfer portal A&M. And the opening line is portal A&M favored by 3.5 with over under 62.5. I just think this screams with everything you could do with Weird Al. Like, could you imagine like if Virginia Tech's playing in the game and they come out to Enter Sandman, like often never land, ba-dum, woo, and then like it's like a polka version of the songs, have I don't know, some random like Barry Manilow and David Hasselhoff working the chain gang or something. I mean, it'd be totally off the wall crap. I think this would be great. I think everyone would enjoy it. I know people who went to a concert with this guy and said it's like one of the best concerts they've ever been to. He puts on a great show. I don't know. Your thoughts? I think this would be a grand slam, family friendly. The whole family would like it. He's dancing with a rubber chicken in this graphic for some reason. I mean, any
This is
thoughts?
how you work with your drugs, people. This is how you work with your drugs.
I know it's called dope for a reason, but
That's
so Indiana touchdown. It is now 9-0. Extra
Excellent.
point pending. Charlie Becker, 21-yard reception TD.
Another fraudulent SEC school getting ready to have their season end.
No, come on. There are no bad teams.
That's right. I forgot. They just don't care when they lose.
I just hope they all have fun.
That's right. When they win, it's an important bowl game. They're the best conference in the world. When they lose, the bowl game is meaningless. So.
Hey, I hope the Buckeyes had a great time losing yesterday. It was just a damn shame to see them lose.
I know you're upset.
I haven't seen any pictures of anyone getting naked running around the beaches of Mexico. So I guess.
By the way, can I just say, Paul texted me last night and was really scared of seeing Pete run around naked on this week's show. So Paul will be very happy when he tunes in to see that you at least have a shirt on. I can't speak for the bottom part of you, but at least you have an upper article of clothing on, which will make Paul very happy.
All right.
And probably make Tim and I very happy as well. But
all right, let's get into the bowls tomorrow. We got the Armed Forces Bowl, 1 o'clock, Fort Worth, Texas. Texas State. It opened at 10.5, went to 11.5. I actually got it at 13.5. Over under 59.5. Darren, let's start with you. What are you thinking about this game here? A lot of opt-outs.
Yeah, you may have not gotten the best number, but you still got a good one because Texas State is now laying 16.5 as well, with the total sitting at 55.5 if you are a DraftKings guy. Yeah, I still like this number you got. I don't know if I would go any higher than this. I mean, Rice changed their offense. They're pretty much run first most of the time now, but the odd thing is Texas State actually has better run stats than Rice does here, so not a successful offensive transition for Rice in 2025. Their quarterback's in the portal, so that's obviously a huge problem for Rice, should limit their scoring. And for Texas State, their 1,000-yard rusher is actually playing, and their 1,000-yard receiver, Bo Sparks, is supposed to play as well, so I like this one here. I wouldn't touch it at 16.5. But yeah, if your number is available anywhere, which I highly doubt at this point, yeah, I do like Texas State here. I think Rice is going to have a tough time slowing them down and a tough time scoring as well.
Yeah, I think Rice is showing up to a gunfight with a library card for this one. Backup quarterback. They're going to pass the ball about as much as Barry Switzer, the old wishbone teams in Oklahoma. So, and it's just not that much. I think it works for a little bit. I think they keep it close, maybe for a quarter, but then I think Texas State just pulls away. I think the matchup is just too big of an advantage for Texas State. I think that's the way it's going to go. They're going to pull away at the end, and I don't mind, even though it opened at 11, I don't mind laying the 13.5. Any final thoughts, Peter?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I mean, the total opened at 59.5. It's come down, I think you said it was 55.5 now, Darren, or something like that. I thought about playing the under on that 59.5 just because, I don't know what Rice is going to do. I mean, Texas State's going to score. I don't know what Rice is going to do. I don't think Texas State's going to score almost 60 by themselves. So I thought it was a pretty good underplay, but I decided not to play it just because I just didn't know what was going to happen with the opt-outs and all of that and what that would turn into. But it still seems like I mean, if I was going to do anything, I'd probably lay those points and not play the under, especially at that 55.5 number. So, but I agree with what both of you said.
Yeah, I wonder how many points Rice would score. I mean, I don't know Texas State's going to score. I don't know if they could get up that high. So maybe some backdoor cover, probably with Rice getting like the 10th point or something. So
yeah, that's what concerns me. If that number coming down to who knows what it goes, 55, 54, some kind of backdoor thing that worries me here.
All right. And the extra point was good. 10-0 Indiana.
Excellent.
Parlay Paul's watching that. So there's my official pick, Texas State minus 13.5 in the Armed Forces Bowl. We are going to move on now to the Liberty Bowl. Okay, 4:30 in Memphis, Tennessee. Cincinnati, the line opened at minus 6.5. I believe it moved to 7.5. Over under opened at 57.5 and moved to 54.5. Navy had an opt-out. Whatever happened to going down with the ship? What's up with that? So they had a defensive tackle. Cincinnati had a bunch. including Dante Corleone. So we talked about him in the Big 12 preview earlier this year just because of his name. But I don't know, Peter, we'll start with you. Where are you going on this one? I'm too many opt-outs for Cincinnati, you'd think.
Yeah, this felt like the Army game all over again, right? When I looked at it, where, I assumed, that the number's high, 57.5. I thought it's come down a bit, but still high number. So I was thinking under, right? But what happened in the Army game, right? Army scored too many dang points. UConn scored some more than I thought they were going to. And that scared me right away from this game, right? I was going to go the under here, and I thought, well, yeah, half the team opts out for Cincinnati. Somehow they'll score, I don't know, 14, 17 points. Navy will score a bunch, and this thing will somehow go over, which will just infuriate me. So I decided not to play it for all those reasons, because it really should be an under. And, I would feel comfortable normally betting this is an under. But at the moment, yeah, I just can't, because I just feel like it's going to be an Army thing all over again. So I did not do anything with it. So those are my thoughts.
Darren.
First off, kudos to you for your Navy going down with the ship reference. I see what you did there. That was very very sharp of you there.
Thank you.
But yeah, the Cincinnati opt-out list is insane. I mean, I'm looking at one that was updated earlier today. We already talked about Brendan Sorsby. One of their running backs is declared for the NFL draft. Their other one is hitting the portal. You mentioned Corleone. Looks like they've got 2 other linemen in the portal. They've got a linebacker that declared for the draft, and 7 players in their secondary. All of them entering the transfer portal. So I would assume none of these gentlemen are playing here. But I mean, even from an injury standpoint, neither team has a ton of injuries that I can see. But I mean, Navy's coming into this basically a complete team. I wish I had seen this at 6.5. I would have been all over this. Any 7s out there are really highly juiced. DraftKings looks like they have one at a -120. But FanDuel and a lot of other places are already at 7.5 here. So you're not getting the best number. If I had to do anything, I would still lay that, but I'm just not going to. Like Pete said, I mean, Army even put up some points on these guys. I don't know if I can fully trust Navy's defense, even with all of Cincy's opt-outs. So I'm going to let this go, but if you played Navy at 7.5, I wouldn't be mad at you.
All right. Now we're getting down to the end here. We got the Holiday Bowl, Arizona SMU, opening line, Arizona -1.5. It's now -3. The over-under opened at 52.5. It has moved to 51.5. This is 8 o'clock at San Diego. I think you both have bets on this one. So, Peter, let's start with you.
Yeah, so this is the one where I decided to fire. So total 52.5 here. My thoughts on this. I mean, neither defense is terrible, right? They're not great, but they're decent. Offenses tend to be efficient. Both of these teams I went back and looked at their scores of late. I mean, they've been hitting unders quite a bit, both of these teams, which kind of feels like a 47 to 50 point game in total, something like that. Is kind of where my mind is looking through, who's playing, and it looks like pretty much everybody's playing other than a couple opt-outs here. So it feels like it should be a pretty decent game, honestly, to watch with most of the players playing. So yeah, it feels like a 47, 50 point game under that 52.5 total to me. So this is the one game I felt comfortable playing this week. So I'm doing one unit on the under of 52.5.
All right, got the graphic up, and Darren, obviously, we'll go to your pick now.
Yeah, and again, this is one thing I hate about bowl season is, we're doing this show, we got to get our bets in, and I've got a terrible number. Already I'm looking at DraftKings. Arizona's now getting 1.5, so I'm on the wrong side of a 3-point swing here. That being said, I still think Arizona's the better team here, and I think from a motivation standpoint, I mean, last year Arizona only had 4 wins. I think we expected Brent Brennan to maybe get fired, Fafita to maybe leave, McMillan would go on to the draft, and Arizona would be a dumpster fire. But they're a 9-win team, man. I think there's something to be said for finishing with double-digit wins. I think you're going to get a fired-up Arizona here. This is being played way out west. I don't put too much into SMU flying all the way across the country because they probably had ample time to get out there and get acclimated to the time change. But one thing about SMU, they are 11-2. 2 of those losses are to Big 12 teams. So I'm not sure whether that means the Big 12 is a little bit better than the ACC this year. But for whatever reason, SMU has not handled the Big 12 very well. Yes, Arizona's 3 losses are against the Big 12, but that just happens to be the conference they play in. But yeah, give me Fafita and the Wildcats here. I think they're going to be psyched. They're going to be pumped to get a 10-win season. So even though my number is ass, at this point, if you're a DraftKings player, hell, take the 1.5 with Arizona because it's still like minus 108 on the money line. So you might as well get that 1.5. But yeah, I laid a 1.5 with Arizona. I think they win here.
All right. We're down to the last one, I believe. This is the Duke's Mayo Bowl, 8 o'clock in Charlotte, North Carolina. We got Mississippi State opened as a 3-point favorite. The over-under opened at 55.5, has since moved, I believe, last check to 53.5. Couple opt-outs for Wake Forest, couple for Mississippi State. Peter, let's start with you. Where are you coming down on this one?
Yeah, I thought about the under at that opening 55.5 number. Now that it's come down a bit, I'm not. I think it's just coming down too much for me, and I think it would probably continue to come down a little bit more off of that. I think before kickoff of this game, I think it's about right. I mean, I think this game will probably end up around 51, 52 points, something like that. Would not be surprising. I think you're going to see a good amount of scoring here, but not a really fast tempo in this game. So I would expect kind of a moderate tempo here on both sides. Certainly Mississippi State can score. They score in spurts, and so I think you'll see some of that play out in this game. So that's what I would expect is this. I think it actually will be a pretty interesting game as well. Once again, most of the players are playing, which is good to see for a bowl. So I like to see that. But yeah, I decided to I guess pack up my ball and go home because I don't like the number so much. So that's my thoughts here.
Yeah, this game is really interesting to me, and I was going to actually ask you about this, P, but you had already addressed it. I'm surprised this total kind of went down a little bit because Mississippi State's defense is really, really not good. Wake Forest isn't great either, but you do have 2 quarterbacks here who I am interested to watch. I mean, Robbie Ashford is excellent. He does bring a running element, as does Camario Taylor, who is probably going to start this game for Mississippi State. He could be a breakout star in the SEC. I believe Blake Shapen is out of eligibility. This guy came in and started the Egg Bowl. Wasn't great, but showed some flashes of what he could be. So I'm excited to watch this game just as a fan. I did not touch this at all because I don't know what the heck Mississippi State's defense is going to do here. It's usually pretty bad, but I mean, nobody's confusing Wake Forest as a 45 points a game team here, but I want to see these 2 quarterbacks play. If I had a lean at all, it would be to the over because I'm not understanding why it's coming down. The under 53.5 at DraftKings is actually juiced minus 115, so it might even drop further. Yeah. But yeah, I kind of lean the over just because these quarterbacks, they're both dual threats. And Mississippi State's defense is horrible. And they lost their defense coordinator. He got fired. They don't even have an interim defense coordinator announced at this time. So, I mean, could an already bad defense get worse with no direction? It's certainly possible, but we'll see. I mean, that Damon Claiborne opt-out for Wake Forest is a little concerning since he had over 900 yards and 10 TDs. But, yeah, I lean over, but I think I'd watch this one more as a fan. And who doesn't want to see somebody get a bowl of mayonnaise dumped on them to end bowl season? I mean, kind of seems like a great way to kick in the new year, but.
And the things they put the mayo on, I think last year someone dipped a glazed donut in the mayonnaise. I'm not buying that at all. No way.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend having tasty snacks during the timeouts in the booth because they will have them. And that mayo is not like, that's not like regular Hellman's Miracle Whip. I mean, that's got like some tangy. That's like mayo on roids. I mean, I just can't. Not okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they can combine your bowl games and put it on some tofu.
There you go.
And let Weird Al take a bite of it and see how he is.
I'm sure he would. All right, let's review our bets. Peter, why don't you go first since you're up there?
Yeah, hopefully this is a winner this time. So Arizona SMU under 52.5. That's my only bet for this week.
Darren, what you got?
Yeah, none of us had anything with Indiana and Bama, but we do have some bets for later on tonight. I did lay the 6.5 with Georgia over Ole Miss, and I did lay a 1.5 with Arizona over SMU.
All right, and I also have Georgia -6.5 over Ole Miss. And I do have Georgia Ole Miss under 55.5, and I did lay a unit on Texas State -13.5 over Rice. That'll do it for the first show of 2026. Thank you very much for listening. Please feel free to share an episode with your friends, leave a review, comment, 5 stars, all that good stuff. We really appreciate you for listening. Enjoy the rest of the bowl season, and we'll be back next week.